I'm showing you how to get Doomsday Client for Minecraft 1.21. So to get Doomsday Client, you want to head over to doomsdayclient.com, which is going to be linked down in the description below. Together actually with my Discord server, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you could join that. Anyways, here on their official website, you want to click on this blue Download Now button. Then click on Download once again, and as you can see, the download will automatically start. As you can see, I now have the file I just downloaded in my downloads right here. Now to be able to use this, you actually need the Java platform made by Oracle installed. You'll already have this if you've ever used another client before, or something like Fabric or Forge. If you don't have it, or you're not sure where to get it, I will link it down in the description below. Anyways, to open this up, you can simply double click on it. If that doesn't work, right click, go to Open With, and then select the Java platform I just said you needed. Anyways, just like that, as you can see, it is going to open up right here. Now there are two ways you can use Doomsday Client. You can either inject it into Minecraft or install it. I will show you both methods. First off, let's look at the injecting. As you can see, I've got Minecraft 1.21 here, and I can simply click on this blue inject button. Now, as you can see, Doomsday has been loaded successfully. So, here it is. Now, as you can see, we also have advanced injection options, which you can use if you want to, but of course that's not necessary. And then we can also see the install tab over here, which allows you to install it as a Minecraft version. In this case, I can, for example, just select 1.21, and then it is going to go ahead and create that. I can click on install right there, and then I'll be able to select that. As you can see, I can also install it as a Forge or Fabric mod right here, which is great, and then I can simply click on install just like that, and now that's been done too. And of course, you can choose to play this however you want. Anyways, as you can see, I've once again loaded up Minecraft. In this case, I'm going to be using it as a Fabric mod because that allows me to run it together with Sodium, which allows me to slightly increase my Minecraft performance. Anyways, I'm just going to go into a Minecraft world and I'll show you how to use this. So upon loading into Minecraft, you should see the Doomsday logo in the top left, and you can press on the right shift button, and that is going to open up what we call the Click GUI. Here are all the different sections of utilities that this client has. You can right click on them, and as you can see, they will expand just like so, and we can expand all of them or only some of them. Either way, you can click on these and that's going to enable them, and you can click on them once again and that's going to disable them. If you hover above them, as you can see, you'll get a little bit of a description of what it is, and if you right click on the specific utility, you'll get a little bit of a customization menu. As you can see, some of them have more customization than others, but the most important part that these allow you to do is to set a keybind. And as you can see, I can set any keybind for this, maybe M, I don't know. Either way, you can set a keybind for almost anything, which is of course really useful. And now we'll take a little bit of a look at the render one, which is probably the most useful one. As you can see, it contains some of the really popular utilities like ESP as well as X-ray, which I can enable through a simple click right there. Anyways, it has all those, but it also has two important ones, the HUD, which is the heads up display, as well as the GUI. Anyways, really quickly before we get into those, as you can see, it's all a little bit big for me right now. I can hold down Control and then scroll my wheel, and as you can see, that's going to make this all a lot smaller. Or if it is really small for you, you can make it bigger too if you do wish to do so. Anyways, we have the HUD over here. You'll notice that whenever I turn on things, they're going to show up right there. That is called the array list, right? And that's just going to display all of the active utilities for you. Anyways, as for the HUD, if we enter that customization menu, we can choose, as you can see, the scale of the things that show up on our screen, which is really useful. And we can actually turn that off as well. That way, we're not anymore going to get the Doomsday logo, and we're also not going to get the array list that shows up in our screen. Which, if we close out of this, as you can see, our screen is completely clean, but we can, of course, still access the client. Anyways, moving on, we also have the GUI, which simply allows you to set the custom bind for this place. It's by default set to right shift which is what I said. If you'd like to set that to something else, then you can do that through there, right? Then now, if you'd like to search for something specific, you can do that through this search bar right here. And we have some more sections right up here. We have a configs manager. You can download configs from online and basically enable these, and what configs allow you to do is adjust basically all of these custom settings as well as choose what's active. You can also create your own configs, maybe for specific scenarios, and then load them or unload them depending on what you're doing. Once again, that's all of course possible through this config manager. You can create configs through here and import them right there. Then we also have a friends manager. This just allows you to add internal Doomsday Client friends, and then we have a self-destruct menu. Now you can set a keybind for this, and pressing on that key will completely remove the client immediately. Here I can also press on self-destruct to do it. Anyways, because I loaded it as a mod, the self-destruct will actually be incomplete, but if you inject it, which is probably the recommended way to use this, then the self-destruct will happen a lot better. Anyways, that was basically this Click GUI. If you'd like to use it the most efficiently, I recommend just organizing all of these along the top over there. But of course, you can lay this out however you wish to do so. Anyways, basically, that was that for Doomsday Client. If you have any questions or stuff like that, do of course feel free to leave those down in the comments below. Doomsday Client is one of my personal favorites. Let me know if it is one of yours as well. Anyways, for right now, thank you ever so much for watching, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.